Hello and welcome to After Weird, your home of the strange news, the oddities that we don't fit into our regular channel, and not one but two hosts that occasionally dress like they wish they were Mr. Barlin. My name's
He
Andy.
doesn't own my red shirt.
Oh,
But no, I'm Craig.
you're copying me then. If not Barlin, it's me.
I aspire to be you, Andy.
When
That's
I
what it
grow up,
is.
I want to be Andy.
That doesn't work. I'm older than you.
Yeah, you still haven't grown up though.
Well, no, there is that. But if you're talking about shirts, I'll quickly give a little shout out to my t-shirt.
I mean, hello, yes. Shout out to Craig's t-shirt. Would you like to give a
Shout out to
shout out
Andy.
to where it comes from?
No,
All right, fair enough.
if
All
you're not
hail Craig's
watching, you
t-shirt.
don't know. No, it's a t-shirt I managed to get from the Bigfoot Museum. Eric arranged the shipping for me. Had to wait an extremely long time, play an incredible amount of duty to
What?
release it from its postage prison. And eventually I got two t-shirts and some stickers for Andy. So
Yay.
yeah. So yeah, if you're listening, Eric, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
I've got a feeling that Craig's going to come to me with his stickers and be like, "Yeah, you got to pay duty on those stickers."
£84 duty.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, I said we should have just made some friends with some smugglers at the old Jamaica Inn and just, I'm sure there's still some hanging around there, and got them to smuggle it in for you instead. I'm sure it'd have been cheaper to like commission a tall ship to go in the dead of night to smuggle them across.
I gotta say they're already over here, so the smuggling's the wrong way round then.
No, you should have smuggled them to begin with,
But then I'm
all the way
giving them
across the
to
Atlantic.
Eric. That
No,
doesn't
no,
make
no.
sense.
Should have arranged for the tall ship to go to America, pick up the shirts, and then come over, wait off the coast to the dead of night on a
Yeah.
moonless night, mind, and smuggle them ashore.
I reckon that would still take longer. What with the time for a ship to go from America to England?
It's the principle of it, though, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Um, yeah. Have you got any weird news?
Yeah.
Good
All
for
of the
you.
weird news.
All of the weird news. Maybe a crumb, a smidgen of weird news for me,
All right.
please,
I've
please,
got
sir.
something from Hull Live.
Mm.
Yeah, my favorite resource. Um, the Bermuda Triangle of East Yorkshire inhabited by werewolves, dragons, and fairies.
Oh,
Relevant to this week's episode.
go on.
I will. So, yeah, it says take a trip to the Wolds on a sunny day and you will be enamored by the gentle rolling hills and stunning valleys. What will you not be thinking about is the threat of werewolves, vampires, and dragons. But this area of East Yorkshire is a veritable who's who of supernatural beings and incidents. Many of us will have heard some of the individual tales of folklore, but it's only when you realise the concentration of tales in one relatively small area that you begin to wonder what is going on. Now, I like this because it says known as the Wold Newton Triangle. I feel
Mhm.
like they might have come up with that name just for the article.
Yeah. No, known as of the publishing of this article.
Uh, Named after the village, which finds itself at the centre of the mystical area. The eastern side is bordered by the North Sea, running the length of the A165 coast road from Gristhorpe and Phillybrig along to Flamborough and Bridlington. The southern side runs parallel to the old Woldgate Roman road, which leads out from Bridlington and across Stamford Bridge and York.
I've heard of Stamford
Uh,
Bridge.
have you?
I
Some
have.
something happened there once, I think.
Oh, it's a Chelsea ground. That's it. That's down in London. Yeah, something that happened there, some years ago.
So yeah, the region has a big concentration of myths and legends, and nowhere else in England rivals it.
Hmm. That sounds like a
So
slight on Wessex.
it does. It does. But let's break it down, shall we? So it says it's plagued by werewolves, which is interesting because we've just done a lot of werewolf stories and none of them were near there.
Hmm.
I don't think.
I mean, you got Old
Um,
Stinker.
yeah, I guess.
That's Craig. That's
So
Craig's cute nickname for me.
Yes. One misty night in the 1960s, a lorry driver was making his way along a remote Wolds road. As his vehicle trundled along, he glimpsed a pair of red eyes in the murk. Seconds later, a wolf-like creature tried to smash its way through the windscreen.
Ooh.
Yeah. Author Charles Christian told the Hull Daily Mail in 2015 that this account provides a glimpse of the weird happenings within the Wold Newton Triangle. That part of the country was once infested with wolves, said Mr. Christian, whose book, A Travel Guide to Yorkshire's Weird Wolds, explores some of the area's horrifying tales. Up until the 18th century, there was still a wolf bounty for anyone killing them, as you might know, Andy.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
uh, I do recall someone saying that once.
yes. And then it says it was known for the wolves to dig up corpses from graveyards. From that sprung the idea that they are supernatural beings who took on the form of werewolves. It's interesting because we didn't mention that in the episode, that
No,
being
I
where
mean
it originates.
that often gets tied in with the lore behind like ghasts and revenants and things like that as well, doesn't it?
And then, yeah, it talks a bit about Old Stinker, which we know about. So it goes on to talk a bit about Old Stinker. Then it mentions a weird tale of a screaming skull
We got one of
in.
those.
We do. This one's in Burton Agnes Hall, which was built by Sir Henry Griffith between 1601 and 1610. During the construction, the youngest of his three daughters, Anne Griffith, fell in love with the building and became obsessed with it, watching the hall getting built every day. One day, she suffered a violent attack at the hands of cutthroats and vagabonds. On her deathbed, she relayed her last wish to her sisters and wanted her head to be placed inside the walls of Burton Agnes Hall. That's not creepy.
Absolutely normal thing to ask for.
Yes, sister, please, when I die, put my head in the walls of the house. What? Jesus.
Backs out slowly.
She also told them that if somebody attempted to remove her head from the building, she would make a terrible disturbance around the house and force its tenants out. And when Anne died, the sisters were horrified by Anne's request and dismissed the idea as the ravings of delirium. And she was buried in the churchyard.
Now
But soon
that's
they
in.
heard.
I was just going to say that's interesting because that is exactly the lore. Well, not exactly the whole story, but like the whole. If you remove the skull, this will happen. The scream will be heard. Is exactly the one. Yeah, that's just the same as the one we've got here in Dorset.
Yes, only that was it a guy working in the house, I think, like a
Yeah,
slave?
former free slave. But I'm just saying the aspect of the
Yeah.
skull being removed is what causes that disturbance, or like in the Dorset one, it getting thrown in the pond, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so they buried her in the churchyard, but soon after they heard strange noises in the hall, such as doors slamming. So they immediately exhumed Anne and took her skull into the house, and instantly the noise disappeared. In another instance, a maid who didn't believe that there was a presence in the house threw the skull into a manure wagon. Um,
That wouldn't have gone
the,
down well.
the horses froze and refused to move until the maid took the skull back. Every time somebody tried to remove the skull, weird things happened in the house. The skull used to be kept in a cabinet in the hall, but eventually, early in the 19th century, the skull was taken by the owner and bricked in within the hall, although exactly where remains a mystery today.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it goes on. There's a few other stories in here. So there's a monolith mystery. There's the Waters of Woe. There's an
Bad
attack of
name.
zombies. There's a mob of drunken fairies.
Also a good
There's
bad name.
a cake eating dragon. There's ley lines. There's meteorites. Obviously, I won't go into them all because we'll be here all night, right? But
Road trip, road trip, road trip.
I think we need to just come up with the idea that there's a Wiltshire Triangle, and we'll,
Yeah. Well,
you
I
know,
mean, the one that is known as the Wiltshire Triangle, you mean?
it is now. I mean, you could draw a triangle anywhere, right? Because I've got like Stonehenge and Avebury. So if you said those are 2 points, so then you just need a third point, which could be like, uh, let's think, Stonehenge, Avebury. Where would your third point be from there, Andy?
Depends if you want to leave Wiltshire or not.
Never.
Fair.
Born
If-
here, die here.
Um, yeah, where would the Wiltshire Triangle? Where would be the third point on the Wiltshire Triangle? Maybe maybe the White Horse or something.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, is Salisbury's too close to Stonehenge, so that's not going to work, is it?
Mm.
We'll have to come back to this idea. Anyone got any ideas? The Wiltshire Triangle. Maybe we make it bigger, right? So we make the triangle that it's Bournemouth to Potton, and then we
Yeah,
find another point in between, which maybe is the ATC.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Although I think that would be the Wiltshire line rather than.
Yeah, that's it. Um,
Uh, hmm.
maybe Glastonbury.
Yes, exactly. We'll work it out. Anyway, we'll make our own triangle. So, yeah, that'll do for that story, Pig.
Okay, that'll
I
do.
might have to look up the author that was mentioned and the book because maybe there's some more stories in there that we can borrow.
Borrow. Just yeah, just on loan.
Shall I do my usual? Shall I buy it right now?
Yeah, yeah. Craig has already bought 2 copies.
The episode will be out next week.
And
It
we'll
won't,
start.
guys.
We'll start it with this is one we've been wanting to do for ages.
If it
Um,
happens, it is not going to be until at least next year when the final season of the podcast begins.
we have one from the Huffington Post, which I think is kind of an interesting one. Just made me giggle. So, scientists who studied if striped cows attract fewer flies win Wyrd Research Prize. There is a Wyrd Research Prize, and I'm only going to skim over this. So
Okay.
it's in the Huffington Post, and it's the 35th annual Ig Nobel Prize ceremony, the Ig Nobel Prize. So it was won this year by a team of researchers from Japan who wondered if painting cows with zebra-like stripes would prevent flies from biting them. Because apparently in Africa, flies bite zebras a lot less than they go for cows.
Okay.
Another group from Africa and Europe pondered what types of pizza lizards prefer to eat. The prize itself is a handmade model of a human stomach. And in lieu of a big paycheck, each winner is also given a single hand wipe. But yeah, apparently it is for the weird, the weird research that sort of is never going to make groundbreaking. Well, maybe, but groundbreaking changes to the world. But it's just like they think, what the. So when I did this experiment, I hoped that I would win the Ig Nobel. It's my dream. Unbelievable, just unbelievable, said Tomoki Kojima, whose team put tape on Japanese beef cows and sprayed painted them with white stripes. He appeared on stage in stripes and was surrounded by his fellow researchers who harassed with cardboard flies. But apparently, as a result of the paint job, fewer flies were attracted to the cows and they seemed less bothered by the flies. But they said it
Okay.
would be quite a problem to do it on a larger scale.
Does it work on midgets? Because maybe next time I go to Scotland, I'll just paint myself
Yeah, well,
stripy.
I mean, I guess ideally you want to put a zebra up there first, or just ask one of the zoos and see if they get bitten less up there, because maybe midges don't care.
Does it count
Uh,
if I wear like a stripy jumper? Can I do like a Dennis the Menace?
I was thinking more Freddy Krueger, but go for it.
I suppose that's a bit more apt for the Halloween season.
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon so. And he always looks like
Is
he's got.
Freddy Krueger who Dennis the Menace grows up to be?
I reckon so. Yeah, I reckon so. So yeah, there was also included a group from Europe that found drinking alcohol sometimes improves a person's ability to speak a foreign language, and a researcher who studied fingernail growth for decades. Every
That's
great
gross.
every great discovery ever at first glance seems screwy and laughable. The same is true of every worthless discovery. The Ig Nobel Prize celebrates all these discoveries. Apparently, it's published and organised by a publisher called the Annals of Improbable Research. There was also a section called the 24-second lecture, where top researchers explain their work in 24 seconds.
24 seconds. 24 seconds.
And unfortunately, yeah, they used their entire allotted time of those 24 seconds singing that song.
Well, what else would you do?
Exactly, exactly. Other winners this year included a group from India that studied whether foul-smelling shoes influence someone's experience using a shoe rack, and researchers from the United States and Israel who explored whether eating Teflon is a good way to increase food volume. There was also a team of international scientists who looked at whether giving alcohol to bats impaired their ability to fly. So there you go, the important questions answered. But yeah, I like the idea that, some of these things are about that can, answer some of these questions, I'm sure. Like, whether, the stripes one's a fantastic one. And Craig will let us know next time he goes to Scotland whether that applies in Scotland. Remember, it's got to be your entire body, though. Otherwise, they're just going to concentrate on your face and the bits that aren't striped.
There is that. All right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so just a little update.
Mm-hmm.
I found the book on Amazon.
Of course you have. How much?
Well, it's only available as a Kindle book. Which I'm not so into, but it's $1.99. It's been out for a few years. It came out in 2018. Doesn't say how long it is though. But,
I will let you make the decision on that.
Yeah. It's got some fairly good reviews on it as well. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Maybe.
Right.
I like this. The stories from the article were good anyway, so maybe if that's where they're based on, that it's probably worth checking that out as well.
Indeed. So you got any more weird news for us?
I do. I've got a couple of bits I just wanted to cover very quickly in brief. And then if we've got time, I've got one more proper story.
Go on then.
A meaty story. So one I thought you would like, I was going to send it to you because I thought maybe you would do it. But this is from Planet Rock, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Farm honours Ozzy Osbourne with huge mural made from over 10,000 pumpkins.
Excellent. A proper memorial.
I'll tell you what, let's just quickly show you what it looks like. If you're watching along.
Nice.
Yeah. That's doesn't look like 10,000 pumpkins, but apparently it is.
No.
You'd think that was some kind of Guinness World Record, wouldn't you?
I guess so. But I don't know. Maybe there is more. There's always more pumpkins.
Yeah. I don't really need to go into the article, do I? That was the main point. It's
I think that pretty much
again.
Yeah.
Sums it up. That's just a kind of news in brief. Another one, just because I like the headline, is from the Metro. Britain's nuts have shrunk because of the weather.
Oh, I was wondering. I mean, I thought
you,
about
Henry.
going to a Oh, wait, ones that are on trees.
This is actually about conkers.
I have heard such thing.
Yeah. I like the fact that the subheading is there's a UK competition where groups of people get their nuts out, drill them, and go head to head, smashing them against one another.
I mean,
the aim is to split your opponent's nuts. Is the next line.
So, like, is it just conkers? Is it like acorns?
I mean, this specifically talks about conkers.
Have you got any more little tidbits, or do you want to go to your weird news?
Oh, another tidbit quickly if you want.
Here's a tidbit.
Yeah. So again, just for the headline, really. Daily Star. Evil ninja squirrel comes out of nowhere and sends 2 victims to the hospital.
Like out of nowhere.
Apparently, sounds like it materialized. Now there is a picture of a squirrel, but I'm assuming it's probably not the squirrel, right? It's probably like a Getty image.
I nearly did that one myself as a weird news.
So you know it. Okay.
What if a ninja that you couldn't see because they're a ninja threw it? Solved it. Next one. Next mystery.
Okay. So the next line in the article, though, also says an unnamed squirrel.
An unnamed squirrel.
They're going to be like, we can't name him for legal reasons. He was too young.
No, you know what it is? It's all the stuff in the news at the moment where every time someone commits a crime, like everyone's insinuating that it's like an immigrant or something. They've come out and be like, where's this squirrel from?
Mm. Well, he's been preying on people in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay,
He's
okay.
already sent two victims to hospital after tearing them to shreds in a brutal attack.
I mean, I
So,
feel like that might be a little bit played up. Like, I don't think he literally would have torn them to shreds.
I mean, I can delve deeper quickly if you want. Let's have a quick
I like.
skim
I
read.
kind of want to leave it as a mystery. Make people do a bit of homework.
Um, yeah, someone was strolling in the area and a squirrel attacked her leg. It clamped onto her leg. The tail was flying up here. I was like, get it off me, get off me.
I should
Another
laugh.
local said she was mauled while walking in the same area. The evil critter launched itself from the ground directly upwards to her face.
Oh
Then
my
it
god!
started biting her arm, leaving it bloody. That sounds a bit like
Like rabies or
I
something.
was gonna say, is it rabid? Rabid? Rabies? Yeah,
Rabid.
rabid. That's what I'm trying to think of. Um,
It's got
both
huge. It's got great pointy. Look at the bones.
both women were forced to go to the hospital, according to the TV station. And flyers are now plastered all around the area, warning residents the animal has now attacked more than five people. It's been
It is.
dubbed a very mean squirrel
I mean, that's putting it mildly.
that comes out of nowhere like a ninja.
I see it more like the White Rabbit from Holy Grail. Hence the.
Animal charity worker Lisa Bloch has said that if the demonic squirrel pops up again, she would coordinate with the state to have it removed.
Uh,
Removed?
Holy hand grenade is the only way. The holy hand grenade of Antioch.
It's apparently almost always because someone's been feeding the animal. So they're not saying it's a rabies thing.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. Don't feed squirrels.
Anyway, that was my news in brief, part
No
three.
worries. I do have a quick update, by the way.
Andy's update.
Previously, we were discussing whether Craig's water was indeed holy.
Yes.
And we decided if that vessel was a vessel of holy water, the holes would make the water run out of it and it wouldn't have. No. It's by dint of it being from the River Jordan if it's actually holy or not. So, renowned Catholic expert, well, a Catholic guy I know, Patrick, who's been on the show. I
Is
said,
he renowned?
yeah, he's
He's been on
infamous.
Willow Vike. That's quite a famous claim to fame, actually.
Oh, isn't that the disgraced one?
That No, it's the one that had Ina Selvik on it. You know.
Don't know what you mean. Never heard of him. But Patrick has said it is probably deemed holy by default to an extent. But to be properly holy, it does need to be blessed. But you do get a lot of people doing the same thing from like holy wells and taking it as holy by the fact that it came from a holy well. So
Wasn't Holywell the guy who had his ear bit off by Tyson?
that's the one. That's the one. Holy Field. Holy.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah. From what I was reading up on it as well, it is. It depends on your belief, really. Like the pretty much every religious denomination,
Yeah.
well, Christian one, when it comes to holy water, thinks it needs to be blessed by a priest. But some people are like, it's holy because of the source it comes from.
Well, specifically, I did actually Google it myself after we spoke last time. And from what I gather, the reason that it's holy is because it's also where Jesus was supposed to have been baptized. So because Jesus has been in said river water, it is now holy by
Yeah.
nature.
Do you think they ever thought that river water flows,
No,
and
no.
so.
Hang on. So that means all water is holy. So when it rains,
Yeah.
I'm being blessed by God.
Yep. And statistically speaking, at least one molecule of that would have passed through the bladder of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Uh, sure.
So, golden shower from a T-Rex. You're welcome. But yeah, but Patrick's sort of last word on it. Well, so far, because I'm getting this in real
Oh,
time now.
Hatchet gets the last word on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he said, I said I'd ask. But yeah, he said to be the real deal as holy water, it needs to be blessed.
In his opinion.
But yeah, I don't know. What we need to do is perform an exorcism with it, and if it doesn't work, and we use that water, we'll blame the water and say it wasn't holy.
Yes. You wouldn't want to wait though, would you? Like you've got it in preparation, then shit hits the fan, and you go to use it and it doesn't work. Like
fuck. I should have
yeah,
listened to Patrick, man. And it's just pea soup.
yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, cool.
Cool.
You got any more weird news?
I think I'm going to save it for the next one because I need to be going
Oh,
fairly soon.
have we got time for one more?
Can have one more if you want.
No, I like this one. This come up. I've just seen the date on it actually. So this actually popped up on my feed today, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we've got to do that." But actually, the date is from April. So
Boo.
yeah, but well, I don't know. Should we ignore that and do it anyway?
Yeah, go on. You've teased us with it now.
I know. I know. I should have checked the date, but because it was on the algorithm, I just thought it was a recent thing, but it's not. It's about an unidentified falling object that smashed into a US auto shop and then disappeared,
Okay.
which I thought was quite interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, essentially, a guy comes into work in the morning and finds a hole in his auto shop's roof. And he's like, what the fuck? And when he watches back the CCTV, you can see this. There's a loud noise, a big flash, and there's no evidence of what caused it.
Could it have been something? I'm guessing if it's caved in, then
It's just a hole in the roof.
Yeah, but could it something have gone bang inside?
Well, shall I quickly show you the video then?
Go on, show us the video.
Look at that hole.
An out-of-this-world mystery in New Jersey. An unidentified object slamming into this auto repair shop in the middle of the night. The fireball tearing through the building, leaving a gaping hole in the roof, smashing into the workspace below.
So that's when I went to my cameras and I found all the videos. You eventually see like a giant fireball come through the ceiling and then everything come flying down the roof with it.
Despite the destruction, there's no sign of the actual object that caused the damage.
There's a bright flash, there's a boom, there's a hole. And, that's 3 out of 4 things. If we had one more thing, like an item that we could identify as being extraterrestrial, then we might say it's something from space.
Yeah, I don't know, mystery, eh?
So
Was it aliens?
It was either aliens and government officials came, cut the feed, and stitched it back together again so they wouldn't notice and stole the object, or it disintegrated whatever it was on that impact.
It seems to me like it's most likely something like a meteor that's then burnt up, right?
Or space, or maybe space debris.
Yes. Maybe that's it, because it was a piece of a spacecraft that when it landed in the workshop, he didn't notice it because
it's just a random bit of metal over there,
Yeah, and he's just like, oh no, this shit's everywhere.
And then presumably you'll use that and someone's going around with a bit of a satellite or something or a bit of debris like cast
UFO.
away. Yeah, or a UFO, yeah.
Suddenly their car starts to float. Yeah, I don't know. Seemed weird, but yeah, I should have checked the date on that earlier. I got excited when I saw the story.
That's also what I say every time I take something from my fridge.
Yes.
Should have checked the date on that earlier. It's not mold, it's flavour spots. But I don't know. I reckon it is like space debris or a small meteor or something that just kind of disintegrated, or it's like lying underneath a shelf or something under a cabinet. It's like,
knowing it's an old story
it
now, I wonder whether we need to look into whether there's an update. Maybe there's been an update and he found a creature living in the corner of the room or something.
Yeah, just slithering out. But I think that about wraps it up for today.
I reckon it does.
Thank you very much for listening as well, guys. And until next time, what do we not blame?
Don't blame the owls.
Look at his face. You can't blame that.